Okay, my name is Jack Spaeth. I'm Executive Director for the Utica Industrial Development Agency. We are here for a public hearing for DePaul Columbia Square. DePaul Columbia Square LP on behalf of itself and/or the principals of DePaul Columbia Square LP and/or an entity formed or to be formed on behalf of any of the foregoing has applied to the agency to enter into a leaseback transaction in which the agency will assist in one, acquisition of 18 parcels of land measuring 1.9 plus or minus acres in the aggregate, located at 1021 and 1023 Erie Street, 2, 4, 6, 10, and 12 through 14 Saratoga Street, 1022, 1024, 1030, 1032, 1034 through 1036, 1040, 1048, 1100, 1104, 1110, and 1114 Whitesboro Street, all in the city of Utica, Oneida County, New York. 2, demolition of the structures located on the land. 3, construction on the land of a multifamily housing facility with 66 residential units together with laundry, community rooms, residential storage, parking, and infrastructure to service the same. And 4, acquisition and installation of furniture, fixtures, and equipment in the improvements, all to be beneficially owned and operated by the company as an affordable and supportive housing facility to enhance economic development and retain employment in the city of Utica. DePaul Columbia Square Housing Development Fund Corporation will be the fee owner of the facility as nominee, and the company will be the beneficial owner of the facility and when it will initially operate the facility. The company will lease the facility to the agency for a term of approximately 32 years. The agency will lease the facility back to the company for the lease term, and the company will further sublease the facility to residential tenants to be determined from time to time. At the end of the lease term, the agency will terminate its leasehold interest in the facility. The agency contemplates that it will provide financial assistance to the company in the form of abatement of real property tax for a period of approximately 32 years, during which time the company will pay as pilot payments, 1, during the construction period, an amount equal to the taxes calculated using the assessment of the land for the 2025 taxable status date, and 2, following the construction period, payments for 30 years equal to 7% of the effective gross income of the facility, which financial assistance is a deviation from the agency's uniform tax exempt policy. I doubt that anybody will show up. I've only had, I think, one public hearing where people actually showed up for it was for a housing development up in North Utica, the Deerfield project. And it was the entire union of guys with the neon yellow or green, whatever shirts showed up in force because they didn't feel that local contractors were being used. So kind of scary at that point.
I bet it's intimidating. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is your demolition schedule?
Yeah, assuming we receive an award, if it's like last year, those were rolled out in March, February, March. So that would be February or March of 2026. We've got some relocations of some existing residents that we'll have to take care of, and they're allowed at a minimum of 90 days advance notice, which we can't provide until we know that we have an award. So demolition at the earliest we'd probably be looking at late May, early June of 2026.
And when do you go for this new round? Does it start within within the month or so?
Yeah, the applications are due on September 11th, so this
We're
is
working on it right now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
the timing is perfect.
Good. My next meeting, I'm assuming that we can go to a final, is probably going to be on the 20th. I'll check with Laura. She was out on vacation for a few days. So I've got 3 applications into her for review. So hopefully she doesn't come here and kick the crap out of me for overloading her with so many applications at one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, they come in and.
Would that be August 20th, Jack?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Wednesday, probably 8:30.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, I'll talk to her later today and then to firm that up. So I'm sure that she'll be reaching out at some point.
If that's
Okay.
a go, Jack, would you prefer us to be there in person?
No, you don't even need to.
Oh,
For
okay.
the
Thank
final,
you.
once we get past if there's no comments, which I usually note to the agency members that, no one from the public had any comment, then we just, it's kind of a formality at that point.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
You have some other housing projects going in for pilots?
Let's see. What do I have? Yeah, I have one of the applications is on Bleecker. It's for a storage facility. The other is a company that is they're called eBliss Global. So they are an electric bike manufacturer.
Oh,
So
wow.
they're so we're kind of happy for that. Another,
Sure.
it's good to have manufacturing in your city, whenever
Absolutely.
you can. So, and then the other is down in the Columbia Square neck of the woods. If you've driven around, I don't know whether you know the name of it, but there's an old factory. It used to be Hyosung. And before that, it was Dunlop, the big building up on the corner
Right.
there. So that is being developed into 35 very high-end, like loft residential units,
Beautiful.
25,000 square foot for parking, space for kind of like a restaurant, little store, for the tenants.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that'll kind of condo out at some point. I think they have like a 2-year window that they need to keep it rental before they can do the condo. And if you recall, there's a tall tower associated with that building. Supposedly they're looking at that as probably like a boutique hotel.
Oh, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of a neat concept.
Yeah.
And then I think there's still one more chunk of the property that he was looking to spin to somebody else for other purposes. But yeah, so we've done a number of housing units, obviously assisting you. Do you know Bob Caley?
No.
Okay, it was Municipal Housing Authority, but then they changed their name to People First. So they have.
Oh, that's who People First is. Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
So if you recall the other factory or warehouse that was on Mohawk and Broad, there was a large building there. So they've totally transformed that into, I don't know, probably like 100 units. But they've gone around the town and have done quite a few housing projects. They've got one that's going to be starting on, we only have like a minute or so before we end. On James Street. So they're going to be taking down some property on James in the west area. And then over where Mohawk Valley Community College is, there's Armory Drive.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
And so
I've been seeing the People First signs, but I did not know that that's who it was.
Right. So there's 3 different apartment complexes over there. There's FX Matt, Adrian Terrace, and ND Peters. So there's probably a total of like 300 units there in a number of buildings. So their plan is to tear all of that down and then
Wow.
to put up new housing. It's probably like 40s or 50s stock. So it's antiquated in its systems and trying to heat properly, run lines, insulation is
absolutely.
probably, very poor. So they're looking to really make a boom with that. So they've been moving along at a pretty good click on a lot of the affordable type of housing throughout the city.
How's Global Mills doing, Jack?
That is, it's always a sore subject for most, but they during COVID, they had a third party in their management group,
Right.
but then they have brought that in-house. So I think they're making strides into, stabilizing it, putting it back. It's a beautiful building compared to
No
what it was,
question.
and they've done a great job, but unfortunately, people were literally just walking out the door with appliances and, just, partying in the hallways and
Yeah, I'm
smoking and
sorry to hear
drinking and
that.
doing all this stuff. Yeah, so I think they've, kind of squelched a lot of that noise. So hopefully they're
Well,
on
that's
the,
good because it is
getting on
beautiful and it's great. It's a great location and it's a beautiful building.
it is, and it's right on, main lines and stuff
Yeah.
like that
Well, it
for,
came up a lot in our community meetings for Columbia Square
right, oh, I'm sure.
because that neighborhood was for it, thinking it was really going to be a great asset. So I'm really squeezing for and hoping that it can,
Yeah,
get there.
definitely. Okay, well, being that there are no comments and no one's showing up here, then I will close the public hearing. And wish you guys, or guy and gal, a good day, and always call me with any questions, keep me informed of the progress. And I'm sure
Jack,
that
thank
Laura
you.
will be in touch with, about the final resolution stuff.
Thank you
That's
so much,
wonderful.
Jack. We appreciate
You're
your help
welcome.
always.
Oh, of course, that's what I'm
Thanks.
here.
Thanks, Jack.
Have a
Take
great
good
day.
care. Bye-bye.
Thanks all.
Bye now.
Yeah, bye-bye.